Well, my trip to Detroit was miserable. Go there for 2 games. One of which you lose 2-1. The next one, you come back from an 8-3 deficit. Or no, excuse me, it was 9, whatever, who cares? You end up taking an 11-9 lead and blow it. And lose 14-11. Oh, all you can do is laugh. Before I go any further, Blue Jay fans or baseball fans all around, hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already so you can react to my misery with me. Or you can just enjoy my misery with me. Because being there live broke me. You know, I've come on here and I've said at times, I'm ready to the core to be done. Pivot, blah, blah. Seeing that game live, I'm good to go. I have officially waved the white flag. I am done. Because the only 2 players that you have confidence in coming out of that bullpen blew it. But as did everybody coming out of the bullpen today. The Blue Jays had 3 scoreless innings all game long. 3. Not to mention the 5 runs combined that Romano and Jimmy Garcia allowed. And people are going to say, well, Jimmy's been so good all season long. He can't be perfect. If he's an elite reliever, he should be able to lock it down. Especially since there was 2 out of nobody on. I could sit here and break it down. Kikuchi wasn't great. You could see it early on. The hard hit contact was all over the place. Javi Baez with a 2-run double that goes off the tip. No, hold on. And then a double from Jake Rogers, which goes off the end of Varsho's glove, which would have been a great catch, would have saved a time. But then Andy Ibanez, it's an infield, or I guess a shallow, there's a floating single, right, to left field. Scoring 2 more, and in the bottom half of the second inning, you're down 4-0. I mean, it's a disaster right out of the gate. And for a Blue Jay fan base that has seen this team score, 3 runs in the last 2 games combined going into play today, and you're down 4-0 after 2, it feels over. Bottom of the third, Spencer Torkelson goes deep to make it 5-0, and we're like, yeah, this is done. And I mentioned on Twitter, if you don't follow that page, go do so. The link is down below. Kevin and Tik Tok as well. That's down there as well, because I filmed the video, like a little clip, basically right after the game. So if you want to see basically my live reaction to everything, go check out the TikTok page. The link is down there for that as well. Top of the 4th inning, Kevin Biggio hits 2 run shots, scoring Ernie Clement, because of course he did. And it's a 5-2 game. And you're like, okay, well, maybe. But probably not, but maybe, right? On top of the 5th inning, Justin Turner, it's an RBI ground out, 5-3, and make it a little interesting. And then Carson Kelly, who actually I had the pleasure of watching in low A ball years and years ago, hit a 3-run shot off of Trevor Richards, and there goes all the 3 runs we just got. And you're now down 8-3. Then the top of the 6th inning, David Schneider, it's a sacrifice fly, scoring 1. Then Vladdy hits an RBI single, scoring Biggio. It's now 8-5, and you're thinking, okay, maybe it's a miracle, right? And then Matt Vierling's a solo shot to left field. And they add 1 on. It's now 9-5, and you're down 4 going into the 7th. And, of course, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa goes deep for his 4th home run of the year. And he put a great series together. It's now 9-6. And the 2 home runs the Jays have in this game are by IKF and Kevin Biggio. Yeah, of course it is. And then top of the 8th inning is where things got crazy. And where the Jays fans in the building were going electric. It starts with the Kevin Biggio line out to deep center field. It was a pretty solid hit, but right at the right center fielder. David Schneider then walks. Jansen hits a single to right. They bring in their good guy, Jason Foley. And Vladdy grounds out, but both guys move up. But again, doesn't matter. It's the guy at the plate that really matters. Bo hits an RBI single, scoring both runs. And you're thinking, maybe, right? Maybe. And Justin Turner then walks. You got 2 on. Pinch runner for Kevin Kiermaier. Kiermaier comes in to run for Justin Turner. And then Dalton Varsho gets 95 down the middle and drills a 3-run shot. And we're losing our mind at Comerica Park. So we're thinking, holy crap, this team actually scored a 5 spot in the 8th inning to take a 2-run lead. This is incredible. But lo and behold, as I've told Toronto sports fans quite often in my videos, when you have something good happen, it's usually countered not long after by something awful. And in the bottom of the 8th inning, as I mentioned, Jimmy gets the first 2 guys out, and Colt Keith hits as bloop of a hit as you can possibly do to the opposite way, right? He's a lefty, so he's down the left field line, it drops in fair. Because of course it does. Then Matt Vierling comes on, and then they get guys that was it second and third? Yeah, then Mark Canha hits a single to center field, scoring both, we are tied. And then we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Jordan Romano in a non-save situation. This is going to go great. I can't remember who hit it. It was Kerry Carpenter walked. They walked him on purpose, which they should have done. So let's not get mad at John for that. You had to absolutely walk him in that situation. It was a Torkel. I can't remember who it was who hit a bloop single again. And it's like, okay. Like, what are we doing here? Meanwhile, in the top of the 9th inning, Danny Jansen hit one literally to the wall, but didn't go out. And Ernie Clement earlier in the game hit one to the wall, but did not go out. It sucks, man. It really does. And, Matt Vierling comes up. It's a 3-2 count. Guys at second and third. Game-winning run, 90 feet away. And I'm thinking, you can't get beat by your second pitch. You got to throw him a fastball. You got to. You can't try and pitch around him. No, because you have a lefty coming up next. You cannot pitch around the guy here. Give him the heater. See what he can do with it. You've got a good fastball. Your best pitch. He throws him a slider. Down and in. Vierling doesn't miss it. 3-run shot. Game winner. And I'm sitting in the seat, and right as it comes off the bat, my head drops. Because everybody knew it was gone. Everybody. And in that very moment, I'm like, I'm done with this team. I'm just done. They're the most unserious, unclutched team possible. Was it the first game or today's game? I can't remember. Was it the double play Vogelback, right? Line drive. It must have been today because he played today. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Yeah, he played today. Bases loaded, nobody out, right? Vogelback of the dish hits a 106-mile line drive right at the second baseman. Bo takes a couple steps off of first base. He gets doubled up. They don't get any runs in a bases loaded, nobody out situation. Unlucky as hell. What else is new? And also, your pitching staff allowed 14 runs on 17 hits. Your offense did their job today, but your pitching sucked. Kikuchi wasn't good. Did anybody not allow a run? Oh, yeah. Eric Swanson didn't. Yeah, sure. Just what we all expected. Richards allowed 3. Zach Pop allowed 1. Jimmy Garcia allowed 2. And Romano allowed 3. And the reason people are going to say, well, it's one game. There's still... No. Shut up. There are 6 games under 500. They just lost 3 or 4 to the Detroit Tigers. And let me knock some sense into Jays fans real quick. I've been mentioning, and I saw in the comment section, that, well, the Jays are one of the bad teams. Well, yeah, I know. This is the sad part about this all. We look at the Tigers. We look at the White Sox. Oh, the White Sox are a different breed. But you look at, the Oakland A's for that matter. You look at the Pittsburgh Pirates as a team that you're supposed to beat. Well, guess what? The Tigers have a better record than the Blue Jays. The Pirates have a better record than the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are dead last in the American League East. They're 2 back of the Rays, who are second last. They are 12.5 out of the division. They are 5 out of the division, or 5 out of out of the wild card, and they have to jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams to get in. This team is not a playoff team. Something's got to change, and something's got to happen. Now, I know it's only May, but the easiest thing to do is fire the coach. And if we're going to see any sign of them not waking up, because I don't believe that's going to happen at this point. And also, shout out Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I mean, tons of hits today. The Jays overall, 11 runs, 14 hits, right? Where are we? Jansen had 2. Vlad, 4 for 5. Bo, 2 for 5. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, 2 for 4. Biggio, the bottom of the lineup, did a job today. Doesn't matter. Team's not good enough. Because they can't do that consistently. We all know that. They scored 9 runs back-to-back days and then scored a total of 3 the next 2 games. It's embarrassing. But yeah, I'm trying to get it through to everybody that you're 6 games under 500. Your team's not great. You're way out. John Schneider is the easy candidate to get canned. And you, at that point, this is the time you do that. Because you try and get that new coach bounce, which it does happen at times. But if you're not going to do it, then what are we all wasting our time here for? I'm trying to do my best making different kind of videos for you guys, but it's the same crap day in, day out. Except today, I guess today was a little bit different, so it's a little bit refreshing. But you still lost 14-11. It's embarrassing. It's really the only word I got. All right, well, no off days, of course, because we're in a disastrous stretch. Bassitt versus Nestrini. Yeah, tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, I guess, 2:10 first pitch. That's the guy the Jays teed off on in the last start against the White Sox. Please. Like, I understand I don't really care as much as I used to, but I don't even need to say anything more. We saw what they did against him last time. Gosman versus Mike Clevenger. He's been awful this season. Sure. Finale is Manoah versus Chris Flexen. If you know baseball, you know Chris Flexen's awful. He's in ERA 5.48 this season in 49 innings. He's no good. On paper, you should sweep the series. But even if they do, how do we actually feel? Like, that's where I'm at here. You sweep the White Sox. Whoa, we won 3 in a row. We win a series. You sweep a series. You can go lose 2 or 3 to the Pirates, and we're right back to this again. So, I don't know. That whole 10-3 stretch to get 2 games above 500, yeah, it's gone. You've already lost 4 games. Bye-bye to that stretch. Now you're just trying to maybe, and God, to only be 500, you got to go perfect. You got to sweep the you got to sweep the White Sox and the Pirates. And good luck with that one, with this team. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game, okay. Yeah, it was an entertaining game. Sure, if you want to use that, hit that like button. I guess hit the subscribe button. You guys haven't done so already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What you like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Because there's a lot to like offensively. There's a lot to not like pitching wise. That's really about it. All right, so. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. Let's follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Jays edition. Game 1 of this 3-game set against the White Sox. 2:10 first pitch. I don't know. Nestrini versus Bassitt. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not whatever the hell that was today. We'll talk to you guys then.